Hi, I'm Dave. Welcome to another gifted tarot card reading. This reading may be for you or maybe for someone that you know. These readings are done with the intention that you will help match this reading to the correct person. The only hint that I'm given is the first name of the person that the reading is for, and then I start. If someone forwards this reading to you and you identify with the meanings of the feelings of the first card, then this reading is most likely for you. Of course, your name has to match too. Note that all my gifted tarot card readings are summarized and posted in the public readings section of my website so that they can easily be shared with your friends. Your gracious participation through buying readings, tarot card decks, and subscriptions is what supports my work that I do here. This particular reading is for a person named Olivia. Olivia, if you identify with this first card, if there's something in your life that's going on here with regards to the Six of Wands, the Six of Wands, the feeling of the Six of Wands in the inverted position is a feeling that I deserve more than anyone else. So it's basically, this particular card is the card of accomplishment. This is the card of education. It's the card of going out and educating yourself, making yourself better. In the inverted position, it has a little bit of a negative context where you might feel like you deserve something a whole lot more than what somebody else is doing right now. And so if, Olivia, if it turns out that you feel this way right now, this reading might be for you. So we're going to go ahead and read the second card of this. So if you feel like you deserve something, is there something in the cards that can tell us more along the line of what it is that you feel like you deserve? Love. So here, the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is a card of the happy family. The specific meanings behind, feelings behind this card really stand out as being the feeling where you realize that you get to love and live with your best friend. This is that highly satisfied emotional feeling. This is where you are committed to a family, you're committed to a relationship, you love it, you feel like you're in sync with it. It is well, you may feel like you're deserving of that. And so let's look into that a little bit more. So if you're deserving of that, then let's ask the cards, what is it that's holding you back? But let's look in here and see, is there something that's holding Olivia back? The Devil. The Devil card. The Devil card comes up with the idea that there's some earthly aspects of this here. I'm going to dig up the actual meanings that go along with this card so I can give you the specifics here. This is the feeling of unconditionally succumbing to your baser impulses. So, so here the problems in the background may be that you were succumbing to your baser impulses, that things got in the way, that basically that happy family may be that as simple as you get mad about something right away and you immediately respond, immediately snap about it, so that things come out that may not have been what you intended to say. Or it may not really be what's in with your heart. It's just kind of what springs out of you at the moment. It's that information that comes out in anger, information that comes out in fear, information that comes out at the spur of the moment when you feel like you deserve it more than anybody else, and it just barks off your tongue. So here, let's go to the cards and say, let's look for an advice card. So the first advice card that we're going to do here is let's find a card that is going to give you a feeling for what you should do in order to temper that feeling that you have to have it more than anybody else, and to temper how this the information rolls off and is interpreted incorrectly through others. That happens to be the Nine of Coins inversed, reversed here. So the Nine of Coins is going to say that you're looking at, so this is a feeling that you want to try to get ourselves into here, which is looking at your naked figure in the mirror and wanting to change what you see. So the advice here is, if you are looking in the mirror and you don't like what you're seeing, that's the feeling that we have here. Is that we want to try to get over that. We want to be able to look at it and find a way to be comfortable with it. Here, we're basically going to say that what we want to be able to get to with the Nine of Coins is we want to be able to get to that success point. We want to be able to feel like the little things that we're doing are adding together to create success. Here, when we look in the mirror and we want to change everything that we see, there's a clear indication that we don't like what we're doing, we don't like how we're acting, we don't like what's going on, and we feel like we need to change it. But what we need to do is we need to really look at it, analyze how it is, and see how it relates so that we can move on with it. Let's look for another advice card and see if there's any other things that we can do to help make forward progress on this issue. So here, we may have to talk to somebody else. So in the case of the King of Swords has a feeling that goes with it in the reversed position here, that is the feeling of having an old man as a liability because he's always involved in what you do. So it could be that associated with all this, that there's somebody there that has been involved with everything that's going on. And so this card may indicate, because generally it means that there's another person to look at. There may be another person that you need to look at with regards to your situation to see how it affects what you're doing. If that person's meddling and getting involved in your activities, maybe you need to analyze that and figure out how to deal with it. Do you step away? Do you look at it closer? Do you bring the person in? You'll probably know as you look into it. Here, when we look into it a little bit deeper, we find that the characteristics of this King of Swords person is manipulative, tyrannical, abusive, corrupted, loose cannon, prone to aggression. And so it could be that when it really comes down to it here, that the thing that you deserve, you want more than anything else, which is that happy family, has things that break it up, like the impulsive stuff. And this other person could be related with this situation as being somebody that's abusive, tyrannical in the situation, which makes it hard for you to actually be able to overcome this. And you're just in a position where you want to change everything that you see. Here, this particular card calls, this reading calls for another card. Let's pull another card, and we're looking specifically at, we want to know what feeling should Olivia look at in order to feel better about the whole thing. And what we're going to draw out here is the Ace of Swords inverted. So the Ace of Swords, the feeling that we're looking for is the feeling like others are talking a foreign language. So this is the feeling of confusion. This is, we want, so the way that we'd use this as an advice card is we need to start learning the language. If there's a language barrier, so if it turns out that's a relationship issue and there's a language barrier between your feelings and the other person's feelings, this says learn the language. You need to learn the language of the other person in order to find that happy family. Anyway, if you'd like your name added to the list, please register on my website and follow my work on Facebook. And if you want the summary of this, you'll find it on my website. It's in the public reading section. Please like and subscribe, and consider sharing this with your friends so that this reading finds Olivia. Have a great day.